Do you remember the controversy around this interview last year? So if you remember, Kamala Harris did this interview with 60 Minutes. Then it sparked huge controversy. Why? Well, it came down to the editing. So in my last video, if you haven't seen it yet, you should go back and watch it. In that video, I talk about how Hollywood effectively builds the bridge from Wizard of Oz, where the Wicked Witch is the villain, to present day, where in Wicked, she's no longer the villain. Now, all of this ties together. Just stick with me. So one of the ways that Hollywood did this was by reframing the villain, right? Then we saw the villain, the so-called villain, in a different light. We saw their humanity. We saw her vulnerabilities. We saw things that we could relate to. Well, effectively, what Hollywood was doing really was just using the magic of filmmaking and editing to show us the version of a character that it wanted us to see. Now, here's why this matters in news media. So news media frequently uses the same techniques that we're familiar with in Hollywood to either make us see a person in a good light, a positive light, or in a negative light. So this Kamala Harris interview is just a really good example because it's so clear. So the big controversy was that this interview had two versions. It had a version that was edited and it had a version that was unedited. Well, why did this matter though? You watch and tell me what you think.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end. The work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by.
Okay, so the outrage about that was because the edited version was the version that aired. And so people were upset, saying that CBS purposely edited it to make Kamala Harris sound more coherent and less, I don't know, word salad. But it wasn't just the editing, right? The editing was the technique being used to show this political leader in a very specific light. So just remember that in both movies and media, the way that a person is edited shapes how we perceive them. So that can go in the negative or in the positive, right? So always be aware that when you're watching something that uses film techniques like editing, you're seeing something that at some level someone chose for you to see in that way. I hope that was interesting. Shoot me a comment and let me know what you think.